Good morning. I am coming to you from Oologah Lake once again. Different spot of the lake. We're going to be putting in at a place called Blue Creek Cove, and we're going to try and do some fishing. Today I don't have any of my kids with me, but I do have a buddy coming along, so we'll have a chance to do some fishing without some kids. This is actually the very first time that I've taken this boat out without any kids. It'll be interesting to actually get to fish without having to untangle lines and get hooks out of siblings or my kids' siblings and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting nonetheless. It'll be an enjoyable time. We're getting ready to load the boat up, and looks like Dave just got here, so I'm gonna get the boat ready. Waiting on the boat ramp. Looks like that boat ramp's about to get free, so we'll see y'all down in the water.
Maybe waist deep.
Oh, probably, yeah. Get your man bun ready.
Yeah.
Found a nice little spot. Not all that deep, but there's got to be something in here. May not be big bass, but there's gonna be bass. A bunch of bluegill popping in the water. I bet if we threw like a tiny little bait out there, we'd definitely catch a bluegill. I don't really have anything that's tiny in topwater though. It looks like they're hitting at the top of the water, so.
I got a small spinner.
It might be wise of me to put my smaller spinner on. I really want to catch something big. But honestly, I don't mind catching just something. I can't figure this wind out. It's supposed to be coming from the south, and it is most definitely not coming from the south. There's a little bit of raindrops. It was supposed to rain a little bit at 7, like a 20% chance or something.
Oh no!
It's raining! You know, I had ponchos in the truck, and I thought about it last night, but I did not think about it this morning. Yeah, I gotta put my phone away too. Probably a wise idea. Let's see if I can fish from underneath the bimini so I don't get wet. I might melt.
I'll have to like stick it through the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, your form's all wrong right now.
I know. So terrible. Here we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh. That was a little rough cast. Of course, the moment that we get the bimini all set up and everything, it stops raining.
Oh, there's our 50%.
Hopefully I don't tangle myself up on my trolling motor. Hello, trolling motor. I caught a trolling motor. Oh, got it loose.
Trolling motor's trolling you.
Now I know that the bimini is more or less waterproof. It's definitely water resistant. Like there's like a pool of water up here.
Yeah, I see that right there.
Yeah. Like good snagged?
Yeah.
I liked this spot.
I think I was hitting anything.
Well, we're in like 2.5 feet of water, so Oh man, I turned it off. I turned the camera off because my lure was right next to the boat.
Dude, settle down.
Goodness, chill out, man. Act like you've been on land before. I turned the camera off because I was about to pull the reel in.
You got it right as you came
And I
in.
got it at the boat. Ooh, you're all dirty. Let's clean you up. Well, you're a pretty fish. You look a little beat up. You're not the giant, but can't believe I turned the camera off. And then I felt like the line vibrating, and I was like, I must be like snagging on like a bush or something. Then it just took it straight down. I'm like, son of a gun. There's no way that he should have been nibbling on something that big. Goodness gracious. All right, well, I'm keeping my camera on every time that I have a line in the water from now on. I don't care. I don't care if the line is 2 inches from the boat. That's the most ridiculous thing ever. Catch the dumb fish right at the boat. Well, usually where there's one spotted bass, there's more spotted bass. And I'm all about having that fish fry. I always seem to catch a fish when I'm like paying attention the least. And I like literally like just reached up, clicked the camera off, and was like not paying attention at all because I was getting ready to just pull the line into the boat because it was like right up on the boat. But I was fishing lower though. I wasn't that close to the top of the water. Of course, we're in, like where I caught him, we're in like 3 feet of water. So I estimate that like my lure was probably like 2 feet down. So like a foot up off the bottom so I wouldn't like snag on stuff. Because I was reeling it kind of slow for this spinning reel or spinning bait. I mean, faster than I would reel a lighter one, but pretty slow.
I'm dragging.
Is it as big as the one that I've got rigged up?
Yeah, it's my black and red one.
Yeah, you have to reel it you have to retrieve it kind of fast. Like you'll feel when it's no longer like bumping on the ground is about the speed that you need to go if you want to keep it just off the ground. Because it's just heavier, so it sinks further and faster. But also you feel the vibrations of those spinning leaves a little bit more because they're bigger. Well, those aren't as big because those are Colorado leaves. So you may not feel it like this one, if you're not used to it, like you go to throw it for the first time in a while and you almost think like, crap, I got a fish on already.
Sure. Feels like a little bit.
Yeah.
See how hard pulling?
Oh yeah, it's just because it's heavier and bigger than that tiny little crappie jig you were throwing earlier. It's time for you to catch something, Dave.
It'll hop out there.
Not that that pole, that rod and reel has not probably caught thousands of fish before, since it's like your grandfather's and it's probably like a 30-year-old setup. Oh, I got a nibble.
Did you?
I did. It was a good one too. I think it might have been a smaller fish though. Couldn't get its mouth around that hook. It was one of those like it was definitely gonna, but I think it just grabbed the end of my trailer. And it tore it up just a little bit. Did you just hear a cat meow? Or am I hearing things?
I heard something. When you said a cat meow, I was like, you know what? You're probably right. That was a cat meow.
I thought it was. Meow. Huh. Or there's like a feral cat out there. I know there's bobcats out here, but I don't think bobcats meow. Did you hear that again? It's definitely a cat. It's a mockingbird making cat noises just for the fun of it. Like, watch this, I'm gonna mess with these fishermen. Next, I'll do an elephant.
I knew I heard an elephant.
We got elephants in Oologah. I'm telling you, I heard it with my own ears. Noise went straight into my ear holes.
Got it on my GoPro.
I got it on my GoPro.
I swear I did.
That's called skill. That's what that's called. There's one thing about getting back into bass fishing is really it's honed my casting skills. Because when you're like catfishing, you just like got to toss it out in a general spot. You don't really have to target.
Let it drop.
Yeah, you don't really have to target a very specific spot like you do with bass fishing. Like you're like, oh, I see that brush pile. I want to put my bait right there. And at first, when I first got back into it, I definitely caught a whole lot of tree limbs. When you think about it, it's kind of a weird skill to have. Like, how weird is it that you can take a lures of various weights and sizes on the end of a line and sling it from a pole and make it land where you want it to? I mean, it's almost as bizarre as golf. Like, I honestly used to think that golf was like black magic. Like, you couldn't. It was like, how can people, like, it's got to be a straight game of luck. And then when I went to the driving range a couple times, I'm like, oh, I have some amount of control over this thing. Not that I'm any good at it, golf. Ah. Caught a tree bass. Oh, that's a good one.
There we go.
Get yourself snagged too?
Yeah, like exactly the same time as you did.
There's a lot of branches at the bottom here, which make for good bass habitat.
Just waiting on my first bite, man. Like my third time out and haven't got it.
Oh, wow. I immediately snagged.
Ah.
Did you snag? We can't be snagged in opposite directions. That's not how this is supposed to work. All right, let me try and pop mine loose since I have stronger line. All right, I'm free. I'm free. It's like the fourth time you've got stuck over in this area?
Dude, I am a master at tree bass.
Yeah. If we were in a tree bass tournament right now, we'd be in the lead.
We're like 40, 50 feet off.
Yeah, we're in like 6 feet of water. I don't know what you keep catching. We're being visited by a whole gaggle of little ducklings. Where's your mama at?
Coming right up here.
Hey, little fellas. Where'd your mama go? Just coming to hang out over here? They're too young to be away from their mom. Wonder where the heck their mom went. Oh, are you following us now? Are we now best friends? Oh, they're like piranhas.
Get out of your hand.
Yeah, I think they're gonna just follow us around now. It's So I guess we just have some new fishing buddies now. They're just gonna hang around the boat while we fish this creek. They're just, like, they won't leave like an orbit of the boat. They're not quite adventurous to venture out on their own, but now that we're here, they're cool with coming out here and snacking up all the little bugs at the top of the water. All right, ducks, I'm trying to fish here. Excuse me. No, I'll leave my fishing line alone. There you go. Still got our little buddies with us. I don't think I've ever had to try and maneuver my lure underneath a flock of ducklings before. We lost our ducklings. They swam away. I guess because we quit feeding them, they don't really care much for us anymore. They followed us for like a good 15 minutes though. Oh goodness. So David just slingshotted his lure way out there. Heard the crack of a whip and his line had snapped. Which lure did you lose out there?
The red and black one.
Your spinning one?
Yeah.
The only spinning or the only big spinning bait you have?
Yeah, I have a baby spinner. This does not go on YouTube.
You look very special right now.
Bet y'all that watch this think I'm a genius now once you try it.
You're like using both hands and both feet. I really honestly haven't had a ton of luck in Oologah. And I don't know what it is, but like I seem to do so much better in Eufaula. I don't know if it's just a better bass fishing lake in general, but I find it so hard to believe that Oologah would like not be good for bass fishing. It's a big lake. There you have it, folks. We didn't have a whole lot of action, honestly, after I caught that one bass, that one spotted bass. But we had a great time out on the water anyways. It was quite relaxing. I did, however, have to deal with like one rigging issue on another fishing pole besides myself, and that was when Dave snapped his line. And but I had some spare, 80-pound green high vis, so he's joined the green high vis family, and his reel is now spooled up with that. Fun time. On the way back, we didn't see that little set of ducklings, so don't know what happened to them, but they must have found another boat to follow around. It was a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. Want you to like if you like it, thumbs down if you don't like it, comment if there's anything specifically you want to see, and subscribe for some more videos so that way you never miss a video coming out. Been trying to put out as many as I possibly can so that you guys have plenty of good content to watch and enjoy. Let me know how I'm doing. Till the next time, we'll see you on the next adventure.